I'm here with Jed Shaffer from Rewriting the Book. Tell us a little bit about Rewriting the Book, Jed.
Well, rewriting the book, it was inspired by an old comic book line called What If by Marvel Comics, where they looked at alternate histories of what might have happened if things had gone a different way. And being a longtime fan of wrestling and having been a fan of that series, when I was able to secure a column at a wrestling website, that for some reason that concept popped first in my mind of looking at wrestling history and saying, what if things had happened differently? And thus, Rewriting the Book was born.
Yeah, that's awesome. What was your favorite Rewriting the Book to write?
That's kind of difficult. I have a couple of favorites for different reasons. Some of them are because the storylines are near and dear to my heart, and some of them because they were so bombastic, right? Like the recent one that I did with Who Ran Over Steve Austin.
Yeah, that was my favorite one, by the way. All right.
I found that one, from a personal standpoint, to be one of my more creative and intricate ones. So that one was very fun because I was finding plot twists as I was writing, and I was surprising myself.
Yeah.
But another one of my favorites is, which was just recently reposted at WrestleCrap, was the what if Hulk Hogan had sold out to DiBiase.
Yeah.
I remember when I was probably like 9 or 10 when that happened, and I remember watching Hogan, struggling with the answer, and me being petrified that he would sell the title.
Yeah.
And this was my way of reliving childhood, but flipping it on its ear and making the worst nightmare come true.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, Jed, your recent one was what if DX invaded WCW? Now, you got any other exclusive? You said that was a new one for WrestleCrap. You got any new ones you're working on right now?
Yeah, the next one that I'm working on is about the famous steel cage match between Hulk Hogan and Paul Orndorff, where they both landed at the same time. And then the match ended up restarting, and Hogan won. My story will look at what if Orndorff landed first.
Ah, I see.
Won the title.
I see. Now, I'm sure people always give me ideas for improvements. I don't know how you would improve something that's damn near perfect. But I have a suggestion. Why don't you just take all your Rewriting the Books and put it into an actual book?
That's actually been something I've considered on occasion. I've submitted it to a couple different publishers. Unfortunately, no one has bit yet.
Bastards.
But
all
I
right.
think that with being on WrestleCraft, which is this August, they're gonna R.D. Reynolds is gonna have his third book published with the WrestleCraft name on it. I think that being on a higher profile site than I used to be on might give me a little more leverage in making the transition from digital media to print.
Oh yeah, make a bestseller, I think, and be on all the people's coffee tables. And I got a suggestion also. What if you ever had a Barry Darso, like a Blade Braxton asked you ever had Barry Darso in any of your Rewriting the Books?
No, not that I can think of.
Damn.
He just hasn't managed to. I mean, he really only had the one memorable, high-profile role of Demolition, and I haven't had an opportunity to put Demolition in a storyline yet. But if I do, I'm sure Blade Braxton will probably be showering me with gifts.
Another thing, I really enjoyed how you put right to censor in the Who Ran Over Stone Cold story. I don't know, how did you do that? How?
Honestly, that was an improvisation. When I was originally outlining the story, I had absolutely no intention of putting right to censor in there. They weren't even a thought in my mind. And as I was writing it, when I got to the chapter that dealt with the build-up to Survivor Series, I realized that I didn't have anything for Triple H to do.
Yeah.
All of his opponents that he was building up with Chris Jericho over the supposed affair with Stephanie, and Kurt Angle was busy with defending the title, and Austin was busy chasing who he thought ran him down. So it kind of left Triple H in a nothing.
Yeah.
And it just occurred to me that here we have this supposed affair that was broadcast on national TV, which in the eyes of the RTC would be like pornography, so have them just jump in the middle of it. And from there, they just
That's awesome. Now, Jed, how long have you been watching WWE or any wrestling? How long have you been watching?
I've been watching since probably about 85 or 86.
Oh, damn. That's 2 years before I was born. Now, Jed, what was your favorite WrestleMania? Did you see WrestleMania on Sunday, by the way?
No, I didn't. To be honest, I have not seen a WrestleMania from start to finish since WrestleMania 20.
Oh, wow.
The product has been kind of disappointing me over the past few years, so I've caught bits and pieces of them, but I haven't watched a full one start to back since 20.
Oh, I see. What was your favorite one? My favorite one, I think, WrestleMania 8, but I don't know. What do you think?
It's probably cliche, but I'm probably going to have to go with 17.
Oh, damn right,
so many amazing matches, whether, the main event, the TLC match, even the Shane versus Vince match, for all of its horribly overbooked nonsense. It was the whole show was just somehow really satisfying in a way.
It was, yeah, the Triple H Undertaker match, maybe the best of Undertaker's career.
That's definitely an unheralded classic that doesn't get enough recognition as a good match for either one of the guys.
Damn right, man. No, do you have any Undertaker rewriting the books?
Yes, I haven't because I used to be on a different website, Inside Pulse, and I haven't reposted all of my old columns from there on WrestleCrap yet, but at least one that comes to mind centered around the higher power angle.
Oh, I think I heard about this. So, yeah. And the higher power...
Vince actually ends up being a face in the storyline, and the higher power is someone else entirely. So, obviously, Undertaker fits very prominently into that story.
You got any Hulk Hogan rewriting the books besides the one with Orndorff? You got any, like, Hogan versus, like... no, that was already covered. But a Hogan versus, like, Earthquake. Got that?
No, I don't. I think I've only done the one Hogan story so far. For some reason, I just haven't gotten through a lot of Hogan era stories yet. But I've got the one upcoming, the one with Orndorff, and one of the next ones that's going to be after that, I haven't decided yet, is going to figure into the early days of the NWO.
Oh, nice.
After Hogan had joined.
Oh, okay, all right. I think I heard about you were talking about that on the forums a while back. I remember reading that. Now, if we somehow got you as Booker of WWE currently, which show would you prefer, Raw, ECW, or SmackDown?
Just based on reading the reports and everything, they almost seem identical.
Yeah.
But just for the fact of the roster, I would probably want to go with SmackDown.
Damn right,
I think
man.
they have more technical wrestlers. I think they have more well-rounded performers. The people on Raw are either lean more towards, they either are very strong in wrestling and poor in entertainment value, or they're very strong in entertainment value and poor in the ring.
Yeah, see. Now, what do you think of ECW there?
Aside from one or two people in ECW, I don't see a whole lot to salvage there. I'm honestly counting down the days until the show's canceled and the show's just absorbed in the other two.
Yeah. Now, I was wondering, maybe they should cancel ECW and bring back like a Tuesday Night Titans idea. What do you think of that?
Bring back what?
Bring back the old Tuesday Night Titans show. Remember that?
Oh man. I had almost forgotten about that one. I don't think that would fly too well. But
would you watch it if it went back on TV?
I might give it a peek just for I don't know, some perverse pleasure for some reason.
What was your favorite show back in the WWF? Like back in the day, like did you watch Superstars, Wrestling Challenge, or Tuesday Night Titans?
Probably watched more of Superstars and Wrestling Challenge.
Oh, Wrestling.
I didn't really have cable back then.
I see.
If I remember correctly, Tuesday Night Titans was on cable.
Correct, yeah.
I think I only caught it at friends' houses. Challenge and Superstars were syndicated, if I remember correctly, so I could see those pretty frequently.
I see. Oh, we got a question, because I asked a few of our viewers at DoorSellerNation.com what to ask the genius Jed Shaffer.